Support for tonight's program was provided by Les Schwab Tire Centers, where doing the right thing matters. Experience the Les Schwab difference at your neighborhood Les Schwab Tire Center or visit us on the web at leschwab.com.
Our chairs over that way.
Sit over there by that. That one I look at.
Once again, we freaking killed that.
Keep it tight. Yeah, that was close.
Please be seated. Doesn't that feel good? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and our amazing class of 2018. I am Craig Swanson, the proud principal of the best high school in Oregon. Ain't no doubt about it. And I welcome you to beautiful Olympic Stadium and Sprague High School for tonight's graduation commencement for the class of 2018. What a past 12 years it's been, but if you didn't know, this will be our last official event on this turf that our community fundraised for. It will be replaced by the district starting next week. There has certainly been a lot of great memories created on this field, none better than this commencement. We have graduates here tonight whose post-secondary plans are to serve our great country in the military. If you are one of those graduates, please stand at this time so our audience can thank you for your future service to America.
Stay up, stay up.
Please stay up, please stay up. If veterans in the audience can also join our graduates that will serve, so we can thank you as veterans for your past, present, and future service. And now, everybody else, please rise. Playing our anthem by our Sprague Band under the direction of Dr. Richard Greenwood. Please be seated. I would like to thank CCTV, Alpha Sound, and Gettner's Gardens for their help in making this ceremony as excellent as possible. It is an honor of mine to introduce some distinguished guests we are fortunate to have with us tonight. Even though each board member represents a zone in our district, the entire board works together to serve all students in Salem and Kaiser. Our representative is a Sprague alumni and has also proudly sent his kids to Sprague. He is the executive director of the Oregon School Board Association and is a tireless worker that supports all students across Oregon, Salem Kaiser, and Sprague High School. Please join me in welcoming Zone 4 School Board Director, Mr. Jim Green. Our next distinguished guest is attending his first graduation at Sprague High School. John Bate has served as the SKSD Executive Director of Human Resources since July of 2015. Mr. Bate has also worked as a school psychologist, teacher, coach, and special education administrator. He graduated from Linfield College and Minnesota State University. Mr. John Bate, thank you for being here to celebrate our graduating class of 2018. It is an honor to be the principal at Sprague High School, and personally this has been my favorite class to work with, and no, I don't say that every year. Our students enjoy being at Sprague. They are involved with as many activities and athletics we can provide, and they consistently outperform students academically across our state. This would not be possible without the ongoing and heroic efforts of our outstanding staff at Sprague High School. If you are a staff member and in attendance with us tonight, please stand. Thank you for all you do. Commencement is the grandest event we host at Sprague, and it simply would not be possible without the efforts of my administrative team, Chad Barks, Lillian White, Jesse Clayton, and James Weber. Thank you. I would also like to thank our custodial lead, Chris Allen, and his team for all the setup and breakdown necessary for the event. The past few months requires a lot of extra time and effort by our office staff and our office manager, Amber Reeves, and I owe them all a huge thank you for a job well done. Thank you. There's something very special about seeing you graduated from Sprague High School. We welcome any past alumni back to Sprague tonight and ask if you are a Sprague alumni to please stand at this time. Thank you. This speaks to our tradition, and we appreciate continuing the connection you have with Sprague High School by being here. Once an Ole, always an Ole, and many alumni, when given the chance, just like Director Green, send their children back to Sprague when they're ready for high school. Finally, my last introduction is of our parents and guardians. If you are a parent or guardian of a 2018 graduate, can you please stand at this time? Thank you very much for all you do, trusting us with your children. Our staff has enjoyed our time together, and it would not have been possible without the support that you have given your child and given to Sprague High School. And now my message to the Olympian class of 2018. Salem-Keizer Public School District's vision is all students graduate and are prepared for a successful life. By being here tonight, you have hit the mark for the first part of that mission. Now the ball is in your court. The torch has been passed, and I plead with you to take everything you have learned during your 18 years on earth from your family, your friends, your teachers, and anybody else that has influenced you to go be amazing. I am in awe of the lofty goals and plans our class of 2018 will pursue next year and into the future. Sprague's class of 18 is the top performing academic class in our district, and their commitment to excellence will pay off long into the future. Thank you for accepting the challenges that have been put in front of you. The class of 2018 delivered impressive results during their time at Sprague. Teams with class of 18 grads on them during the past 4 years have won conference championships in football, girls cross country, volleyball, boys basketball, boys tennis, softball, 4 wrestling titles, including second and third place state finishes the past 2 years, and highlighted this year by class of 18's Bo Jockler's state title. Boys tennis finished 4th in state this year. Our Oleans qualified for the finals this year in state dance. Boys swimming finished 7th in state this year, highlighted by a relay finish of 3rd, and Colby Evenson's 3rd place in the 500 free. Our baseball team advanced all the way to the Elite Eight after upsetting second-ranked South Medford a few weeks ago. If you think this weather's bad. Michael Murphy won the Salem Sports and Breakfast Male Athlete of the Year, and we presented the best musical I've ever seen this year in Fiddler on the Roof, which actually cast a state championship violin player as the fiddler. Great job, Damon Zafala. We have artists who have won prestigious awards during their time at Sprague. Our own Chauncey Coulibaly won a state speech individual title last year. That's right. And teamed with others this year to deliver a 3rd place team trophy in state. Last year, our choir won a state championship with many singers from this amazing class. They earned a 4th place state award this year, as did our orchestra. And finally, our greatest accolade this year was winning the 2018 State Band Championship under the direction of Dr. Richard Greenwood. Our band is here tonight. Please stand up, band. Please stand up, band, and let's give them a great round of applause for a state championship. Class of 2018, you are now deemed prepared for a successful life. I believe in you. Everybody inside Olympic Stadium believes in you because you all have something extraordinary to offer this world. Sprague Olympians are the best of the best, and it is your time to take the torch and work together to make a positive impact on society. It has been an honor and a privilege to call myself your principal. I will miss you, and I wish you nothing but success. Thank you. It is my privilege to introduce our very own science teacher extraordinaire, Mr. Jeremy Wannick. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Wannick to the podium as he delivers his commencement speech, a 6-minute speech, and other promises I don't expect to keep.
Okay, if we're going to do this in 6 minutes, we got to get started. The short version. We'll start with a confession. It was 20 years ago today that I sat at my own graduation, just like you. I don't remember the speeches. I don't recall thinking great, inspired thoughts. Sorry to the speakers out there. I do remember the chairs were hard, and they were uncomfortable, and I couldn't wait to be out of there. I promised myself I'd never come back to high school. As a senior thesis, we were asked to respond to the idea, what I learned from high school. It's kind of like a senior footprint, if you will. To be honest, I'm not sure I even turned it in. See, just like you, I went to school and I learned a bunch of stuff. I understood and I was working from the idea that my high school success would inform my college options, which would then dictate my future job prospects. My future would be informed by the classes I took and how hard I worked. Mostly true. In school, physics taught me how to build bridges. Chemistry taught me how to make mustard gas, neither of which I've needed the use of yet. In biology, I studied photosynthesis in case I would like to pursue a career as a tree. I studied advanced math. I learned the quadratic formula, imaginary numbers, and the Pythagorean theorem, which I actually used once. I built a swing set. My literature and writing courses actually taught me how to read and write, and this is a skill I've used every single day of my life. I also took choir and public speaking classes, but I'm not prepared emotionally to speak about those. I survived 2 years of Spanish. And I discovered my language skills lacking when I made a trip to Mexico in my senior year of college. My efforts were comical, I admit, but the people were very gracious. You see, I learned a lot of stuff in school, interesting facts and big ideas. The truth is, I fear I didn't pay much attention to what school had to offer for the real world. I was prepared and anticipating job interviews that asked me questions like, can you recite pi to 20 digits? Can you identify the element 18 on the periodic table? It's argon, by the way. Or can I analyze Huck Finn from a postmodern feminist standpoint? these questions never came up. So 20 years older, I'm ready to revisit my senior thesis, what I learned from high school since high school, which I promised never to return. I learned to adopt a posture of humility. There will always be someone stronger, faster, smarter, better looking, more successful. So stop comparing yourselves to other people. Decide to like who you are. No one else can do that for you. I've come to accept that my problems aren't easily resolved by blaming others. So take responsibility of your own actions and your own feelings. I'm continuing to learn how to manage difficult situations, conflict resolution. I'm learning to assume the best in others. I'm still learning to appreciate how the world works, to respect complexity of life and the simplicity of joy. I'm growing in my capacity to view life from a different perspective, to empathize in ways that I wasn't raised. I've learned despite our differences, people have much to offer and are eager to share in goodwill. I learned how we treat others is often a sign of what we believe about ourselves. I've come to appreciate history as a connection to the past and a means to understand our present. I've learned that details matter, that people notice when you don't try your best. I've learned that character counts, especially when no one's looking. So accept your mistakes, tell the truth, particularly when you're at fault. I learned that change is inevitable, and only sometimes is it predictable. I know that tragedy comes, and when it does, your attitude will dictate your ability to live beyond it or be broken by it. I've learned that people have bad days, and our capacity to truly forgive may well be our greatest human achievement. I've learned that the second chances, they do exist, but they often are costly and more often painful. So learn to tread life gently. I've learned to pay attention. Life's lessons have a cruel habit and tendency of repeating themselves until we learn from them. I try not to take myself too seriously anymore. No one else does. Celebrate your successes, learn from your mistakes, try new things. Case in point, I'd like to thank the senior class for providing this opportunity to address my public speaking woes. I appreciate you choosing a small and non-threatening venue to do so. Finally, I learned to be thoughtful about my plans and my expectations from life. New opportunities and changing priorities alert us to our growth. So don't be surprised that someday, you may be standing amidst your own students, high school, and loving every minute of it, mostly. So there it is, senior thesis complete, 20 years late. I hope I can still get credit.
Thank you, Mr. Wanek. And thank you, Wynn, for disposing of our beach balls in one toss. Our senior class speaker, first one of the night. It is my pleasure to introduce to you one of our graduating seniors, one of the finest people I've ever had the privilege of knowing, Usach Sisach Nelson. Come on down. She will be sharing her speech entitled, "Life is Good, but It's Hard." white. It starts white up there.
Whew! Okay, I want to say, before I begin, I want to say, Mom, Dad, wherever you guys are, this is for you. I love you guys. Good evening, staff members, parents, and senior graduates. My name is Usach Sisach Nelson, and I am the senior class president of the class of 2018. To begin with, I want to thank you all for coming out this evening and congratulate the class of 2018 for completing high school. Crazy and unbelievable to think that in a few months, many of us will be on our own in college, but showing up to class at maybe 10 or 11 a.m. Well, I know I am, because that whole 7:28 thing was not working for me. Not 7:25 or 7:30, but 7:28. Just ask Mr. Doherty. For those of you who know me, you may know that I am a very, very family-oriented girl. I absolutely love and adore my family. No matter what we are going through, or even if we are strangers, we will still offer you a place in our home and a place at our table. Even from afar, as one of us struggles, we take it upon ourselves to struggle with them so we're able to get through it together by supporting each other. That is the Chukis culture. To be there for one another in times of need. With family, life is good, but it's also hard. Today, I want to share with you guys a few chapters from my time here with you at Sprague. The first chapter will be about my sophomore year. As most of you know, I lost my older brother Slick in a tragic death during the summer of 2015. I can tell you guys that I know firsthand what it feels like to regret taking life for granted. Whew. Looking at me, you guys would have never guessed that I, at one time, struggled with the will to move on. The will to keep going, or the will to come back to the halls that my siblings before me had once walked through. Coming back to school after everything that had happened was by far the most difficult decision I had to make in my life. During that time period, I began to question my meaning and purpose in life. I felt that since no one really understood what I went through, I didn't have anyone to talk to. I distanced myself from my one true friend. I began receiving letter grades I never imagined I would earn. And my determination to succeed had slowly began to wilt away. I was truly broken, and I didn't know how to fix myself. This leads to my second chapter, which includes all of you. As I said before, I felt broken, and I didn't know how to fix myself, but thankfully, I didn't have to. You guys helped me pick up the broken pieces. I had students I didn't even know come up to me to give me a hug. Teachers that I never had offer to buy me lunch. One teacher even stopped me in the middle of the hall while class was going on to pray. Thank you. In the process of helping me pick up the broken pieces, something unexpected happened. All of you, and I mean all of you, became my family. Your little acts of kindness, acts you may have forgotten, made a big difference in my life in a way I will never, ever forget. Because of the kindness and compassion you all have shown me, I am here today, ready to graduate. That is what family does. Thank you for being my family. Though we got through some hard times together, we also accomplished some amazing things in our 4 years here at Sprague, and we did them all as a family. As a family, we placed 4th in state for choir with Damon Zavala placing 5th, and Ellie Warner placing 4th in their categories. As a family, Sprague Hoops held the #1 spot in state for the first time in 9 years. As a family, we placed 3rd in state for speech and debate with my girl, Shanti Koulibaly, qualifying at the Tournament of Championships. As a family, we captivated audiences with performances like The Fiddler on the Roof, which was amazing. As a family, we upset West Salem for the band state championship. As a family, we raised over $40,000 for Dornbecker's Children's Hospital. I also want to thank other members of our family, the staff. I would like to specifically thank Mrs. Burleson for teaching me the Pythagorean theorem formula, even though I've never used it outside of class. Thank you, Sprague, for the enormous selection of parking spots. I'm sure the seniors that had to park in the sophomore lot want to thank you too. Thank you to Mr. Doherty for teaching me that whenever I'm stressed in life, especially during class, to feel free and press my BS button. But most of all, thank you to the class of 2018 for not only being there with me throughout these last 4 years, but for also being my family. This follows through the final chapter I will be sharing with you guys tonight. A while back, my family and I found out that my mother had been diagnosed with stage 4 gastric cancer. And if anyone knows me, you'll definitely know that my mom is truly my best friend. During February of this year, I had asked my dad if he wanted me to take a break after high school to take care of my mom, and his response will stay with me forever. US, he said, that's your future. Your mom and I won't always be here for you. And when your mom and I pass away, if there's one thing we want you to do, it's to finish high school and care for your siblings. Education is so powerful, and it's what we need in our family to grow and become stronger. Go to college and get a degree. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'll do exactly that. I am proud to announce that I am the first person in my family and a part of the first generation who will be attending a university, and I will do so at Oregon State University this fall. And so, here we are, ready to take the next step after high school. Although we do not all share the same struggles or we haven't gone through the same hurdles throughout life, we do share a bond that will never be broken. The bond only a family knows. I would like to commend every single one of you here for persevering through your own challenges and in the midst of your own personal struggles, for reaching out and helping those in need like me. For being the determined and strong human beings you have proven to be, and for not letting any obstacle get in your way. Instead, we rose up together and conquered those obstacles as a family. Life is good, but it's hard. To get through the hard times, you'll need family. Your family doesn't have to be your blood. Be open and don't do it alone. Although I can't predict the future and tell you all how successful you all will be, I hope by sharing my story, you see how my story became our story. Senior graduates, keep in mind that though you leave your family behind to embark on this incredible new journey, you are not alone. Because it is not you, it is us, and that can never be taken away. As I conclude my speech to you, I would like to say a few words in my language. And speaking of family, I want y'all to make sure you guys follow my little brother KJ on the gram. Thank you guys.
Let's hear it for Usach Nelson. What a wonderful message. Assistant Principal Chad Barks, can you please join me on the stage as we prepare for the presentation of medals to valedictorians and salutatorians. Would the following students please come forward to receive the valedictorian medallion? If you're coming from this side, go ahead and use these steps. If you're coming from this side over here, let's be careful when we're going down the potentially slippery ramp. Monsi Avalon. Alvin On. These are our valedictorians. Britton Hemmer. Brianna Herb. Dora Herman. Peyton Hobson. Abigail Laverdure. Jessica Lee. Caleb Lounsbury. Zachary Lovell. Angelica Mejia. Kaylee Mitchell. Natalie North. Spencer Plant. Austin Stack. Michael Van Evil. Mikhail Walker. Heather Warner. Sprague High School's class of 2018 valedictorians. Congratulations. And now, to honor our lone salutatorian, will Giovanni Tolentino please come forward? Congratulations, Gio. Our final senior speaker tonight is the wonderful Ash Phillips, who sang the national anthem for us yesterday. She'll be presenting her speech, "Endings Aren't Always the End." Come on up, Ash.
I just have to say before I start, Usach, that was an amazing speech, and I don't understand how I'm going to top it. but I can try, I guess. Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and of course, graduating Olies. My name is Ash Phillips. You may know me as the GSA president, or the captain of the bowling team, or you may not know me at all. But I'm here to talk about endings. We all wait anxiously for endings. The ending of class, a teacher's lecture, school in general, and you're probably wanting this to end with the weather, but the clock just keeps on ticking. It never seems to speed up when we want it to, but all of a sudden, when we least expect it, it starts zooming ahead, and suddenly your first day of kindergarten turns into 8th grade graduation, then freshman orientation, prom, and before you can even blink, you're here, putting high school behind you and moving into the great beyond. Everything has to end at some point, and it can be really sad, but it can be good too. I mean, songs would never be as fulfilling without a final chord to settle the dissonance. A book without a resolution and the end is practically pointless, and it's the same with high school. Endings suck, but they lead to the greater and better things, and soon enough, we'll all be different, better, brighter stars than we could have even imagined. Whether you're going to college, the military, the workforce, or exploring your options, life can only go up. No one will remember the time you tripped in the hallways or sang the wrong verse of the national anthem. You'll barely remember the teacher you never got along with or the one geometry test you failed. You'll leave every blip, slip up, and mistake right behind you, leaving only space for the sweeter moments of your high school career. For me, I'll always remember things like sitting under the big Douglas fir tree in the front of the school, right down there, laughing and throwing pine cones at my friends freshman year, or going with my bowling team to state for the first time in 8 years, by the way. My hat just fell off. Staying up until 1 in the morning, playing Heads Up, that phone game, and tripping over our slacks in the blizzarding snow. Life has a way of turning itself into lessons, and that's what I hope you all take out of your high school years. Instead of being hard on yourself 3 years from now about the time you accidentally called your sophomore English teacher mom, and nobody would let you live it down for weeks, take from it the thicker skin you gained from it, and soon enough, at our 10-year reunion, we'll all laugh. Life is short. Live in the moment and cherish the time you have left, because you can never go back. Unless one of you invents time travel. More the reason to save your yearbooks, I guess. To parents and family, thank you for supporting us in every way you could and for inspiring us to do better. And shout out to my mom, dad, grandma, and stepdad who are back there. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks to the friends who always seem to stand by our sides, even in the worst of times, and are always there to lend a smile, a hand, or a shoulder to cry on. Learn everything you can from those around you. And I'm not necessarily talking about the classes you take. To our teachers, I'm sorry that we can't all tell you how to find the area of a triangle or how to find the dissolution level of hydrogen sulfide. But I can tell you this. Every wise word you shared, every smile to a stranger in the halls, every high five, good job, and memory that I've gotten here from both my teachers and fellow students at Sprague High School for the last 4 years has shaped me as a person, and I'm sure it's had an impact on everyone here as well. So don't look at this as an ending or a scary loss of familiarity. Look at it as a beginning and a chance to grow. We may not know exactly where we're going, but we're sure on our way to greatness. Good luck out there, class of 2018.
Thank you very much, Ash. Please welcome our musical performance for tonight, Sprague High School's Choral Department Framework, under the direction of Dr. David Brown. Come on up to perform In My Life.
In my life, I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more, though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
Ladies and great job, framework. That was amazing. And now the presentation of the class of 2018. Will Director John Bate and Director Jim Green please join me at the podium to present the diplomas? Either side. Yeah, you can do it here for a second. Executive Director Bate and Board Member Green, I attest that all members of the class of 2018 sitting before us have met all graduation requirements as determined by the Salem-Keizer Public Schools and the Oregon Department of Education. Each student has successfully completed the required amount of credits, completed a personalized education plan, and have met all essential skills requirements in mathematics and English language arts. Our readers tonight for calling out the names of our graduates are Mr. Chris Allen, please stand when I announce your name, Mrs. Sherry Burleson, Mr. Graham Day, Mrs. Kathleen McElliott, Mr. Phil Nickel, and Miss Amy West. Will the class of 2018 please come forward to receive your diplomas?
That's every year because of the rain.
Natalie Rose Reyes.
Josiah Michael Craner.
Madison Gale Lantis.
Jacob Stauffer.
Ethan Erickson.
Zachary Tweedy.
Ariana Nicole Scott.
Hannah Beatrice Reed.
Isaac M. Garcia.
Isabel Dolezal.
Aaron Webster.
McGuire Grimes.
Anna Grace Bowles.
Macy Rain Frith.
Abby Lynn Thompson.
Ariel Welch.
Michaela Lee Bradley.
Michaela Lane Weber.
Madeline Grace Canales.
Brooklyn Isabel Sacida.
Amanda Nicole Bell.
Caleb Lounsbury.
Anna Faye Wyckoff.
Sebastian Cole Hammond.
Sarah Michelle Margraves.
Bentley Parr Cook.
Audra Sprode.
Spencer Vard Plant.
Sage Marie McDermott.
Britton Clark Hemmert.
Alec Altringer.
Katie Chriselle Eller.
Cameron Dowd.
Christina Hills.
Logan Dowd.
Robert Bennett.
Jessica Legier.
Angelina Deloza.
Talia Marie Asades.
Savvy Schaefer Barnwell.
Taylor Lynn Savage.
Leah Eden Khan.
Madison Christine Little.
Alliam Letty Moore.
Natalie Marie Bach.
Juliette Rochelle Vold.
Natalia Magdalena Perez.
Rachel Kathleen Peterson.
Maxwell Carol Long.
Chancella Koulibaly.
Madeline Kate Morley.
Lillian Marie Buffalino.
John Martin Salgado.
Isabel Rose Arce.
Carly Steckler.
Mikhail Keeley Walker.
Shayla McDermott.
Elizabeth Page Clark.
Brody Stone.
Rayleigh Jordan Rohan.
Dalton Joseph Lethco Willis.
Emma Bjornsrud.
Natalie Page Burns.
Brianna Kaylin Erb.
Christoph Kaporis.
Joseph Robert Tinnell.
Braden Filer.
Margot Amira Inez.
Robert Eric Cardoza.
Michaela Lynn Kraus.
Zachary Keith Beach.
Cody Moat.
Lacey Nicole DeWent.
Joseph Simpson.
Karina LeRae Struble.
Alexander Simpson.
Emily K. Newton.
Nicholas Andrew Guerin Jordan.
Kelsey Catherine Munger.
Keller Dungan.
Shaylin Paige Barna.
Isaac F. Garcia.
Mikkel Eileen McHouston.
Miranda Inez Samples.
Rebecca Harmon.
Isabella Garcia.
Julia Jensen.
Kay Lozana.
Peyton Weisenhouse.
Shelby Kane.
Damon Zavala.
Katie Peters.
Hayden Cole.
Miriam Shippey.
Shay Olivia Zymans.
Lucas Murphy.
Carson Riley Velodica Knox.
Colton James Oliver.
Benjamin Arnst.
Jessica Lee Patton.
Maxwell Lane.
Austin Lee Gilbert.
Giovanni Tolentino.
Isaiah Oakley Ben.
Deepak Ilongo.
Tristan Cordell Ramsayer.
Megan Eno.
Colby Lane Allen.
Monsi Elena Abilai.
Hunter Brokaw.
Angelica Therese Mejia.
Tyler Howell.
Madeline Marissa Haynes.
Andrew Unger.
Morgan Kayleen Thomas.
Josh Grumbo.
Alyssa Nicole Lutz.
Brian Buncher.
Madeline Isabel Edwards.
Austin Schriefer.
Emily Denise Wilkinson.
Danielle Stewart.
Garth Michael Nugent.
Darian Rich.
Catherine Elizabeth Olson.
Mariah Claire DeCruz.
Garrett Thomas Fusner.
Lauren Ashley Smith.
Morgan Denali Amerson.
James Robert Glasgow.
Haley Taylor.
Ryan Daniels.
Tony James Nashand.
Jeffrey Unrein.
Hayden Hemian.
Abian Jean Strobel.
Josiah Emmanuel Giscombe.
Oksana Kathleen Greenwood.
Jasmine Williamson.
Natalie Jean North.
Hannah Cruzen.
Kaya Dawn Brown.
Jessica Lee.
Danielle Elizabeth Kemi.
Michaela Colleen Downey.
Tyler James Post.
Elizabeth Ann Downey.
Emily Beth Gibbons.
Ellie Jane Warner.
Nicholas Cooper Woodring.
Selena Lynn Nider.
Devin Allen Walker.
Emma Catherine Decker.
Emily Nicole Krashel.
Julie McLean.
Emily Allison Walters.
Katya Lorenzen.
Henry Thomas Wall.
Aya Funaki.
Trevor Nicholas Lassen.
Helena Sullivan.
Natasha Shaver.
Natalia Cethio Rodriguez.
Morgan Grace Phillips.
Abby McFedridge.
Medea Ann Marie Bennett.
Madison Afton.
Isabel Graham.
Bailey Marie Codwilder. Oh my gosh.
Riley Marie Dawn Stevens.
Taryn Joelle Simons.
Haley Harms.
Christian Manuel Roman Hunter.
Summer Lynn Grimes.
Catalia Pratum.
Kaylee Dion Hebert.
Kylie Santabinez.
Hannah Rhiann Hale.
Kaylee Pearson.
Haley Bryce.
Taylor Monosmith.
Amaya Neal.
Nate Buring.
Autumn Leanne Geiling.
Josie Pankratz.
Jocelyn Taylor Strand.
Demi Urban.
Olivia Rose Strode Johnson.
Jaden Anthony.
Jay-Z Jean Bell.
Jamin Colvin.
Rebecca Wellert.
Annika Brooke Taverne.
Miguel Zarco.
Ashley Nicole Gurley.
Sophia Nicole Diederich.
Jamie Rose Fitzhenry.
McKenna Marie Johnston.
Haley Ann Voland.
Ryan Pena.
Aiden Crockett.
Tegan Quatoriano.
Sienna Fisher.
Luke Goldsworthy.
Jack Sobey.
David Cito.
Caleb Cooper.
Austin Daniel, Austin Daniel Stuff.
Jacob Schubel.
Michael James Bowman.
Zachary Stubbs.
Taylor Antonia Blea.
Savannah Nicole Sandberg.
Zachary Matot.
Christina Odell.
Brody D. Stapleton.
Colin Sadler.
Michael Colton Murphy.
Anakin Scott.
Trey Robert Sherwood.
Colton Shoemaker.
Perry Lauren Van Houten.
Kayla Lynn Freer.
One sec. We're stuck together. Okay. Shane Free.
Doran Trueblood.
Mary Elizabeth Greer.
Jackson Rowland.
Megan Lee Sims.
Alexa McClung.
Samantha Marie Fretwell.
Kylie Johnson.
Joshua Scott Palmer.
Margaret Robinson.
Anthony Mahalski.
Daniel Alonzo Garcia King.
Mitchell Turner.
Miranda Clark.
Noah Milne.
Logan Anakoviak.
Brogan Ayers.
Alex Hall.
Marvin Sanchez.
Corey Stover.
Nathan Quist.
Anna Hesslinger.
Zach Lovell.
Zion Barthuli.
Kobe Burns.
Riley Hudson.
Bolan Jacour.
Brian Quintanilla.
Jalen Mateo Ortiz Ward.
Tyler Mitchell Price.
Noah James Mellon.
Nelson Oseko Aricha.
Coraline Marlena Rose DeBows.
Madison Dawn Stanaway.
Saul Coria.
Heather Christine Warner.
Ryan DeSemple.
Erica Janelle Green.
Ellie Chase.
Brett David Walker.
Devin Chadwick.
Derek Wolf.
Ethan Blanchard.
Seth Taylor.
Matt Musera.
Trent Tapasoa.
Devin Montgomery.
Mohammed Hassan.
Brian Weems.
Jesse Callentine.
Jacob Hayes.
Marcus Traber.
Jared Smith.
Andres Arcega.
Colby Evenson.
Marcos David Paz.
Peyton Hobson.
Harmanjot Singh.
Taylor Allen McLean.
Rootbeer Singh.
Hunter Joseph Botek.
John Fossmark.
Chance Batchelor.
Casey Cranford.
Caitlin Violet Armstrong.
Abigail Mary Lawson.
Caitlin Deanne Sorensen.
Emily Nicole White.
Malia Jasmine Sage.
Riley Carol White.
Amadea Ray Goodman.
Carly Ann White.
Gabe Johnson.
Madison Mary Kansky.
Z Tan.
Dylan Rowe Harrison.
Shane Seeger.
Devin King.
You.
Nicholas Richard Costa.
Brandon Curiel.
Ryan Peter Tornberg.
Jennifer Selgado.
Noah Tucker Robertson.
Scott Dean Alexander.
Keenan Joseph Newcomer.
AJ Preston.
Michael Paul Van Evil.
Tristan Mabe.
Lucas Christian Schnell.
Randy Harris.
Connor Reed Davidson.
Helen Wendell.
Alvin On.
Tyler Price.
Zui Wang.
Anthony Jenkins.
Dana Desiree Nunez Silva.
Natalie Ann Soul.
Kaylee Elizabeth Mitchell.
Cortland Powers.
Regan Luoma.
Melissa Gonzalez.
Ryan Burgess.
Kendall Wilt.
Tyler Scott Sifford.
Anthony Day.
Samantha Kirsten K. Watson.
Michaela Shu.
Eric Poppleton.
Ashley Gooderham.
Matthew Gonzalez.
Malia Goldblatt.
Tanner DeConcini.
Rebecca Adams.
Davis Anthony Yates.
Shanoa Greenfield.
Alexandra Monson.
Harmony Richens.
Hayden Clausen.
Eli Montanez.
Kayla Rasmussen.
Dante Cozy.
Kylie Oliva.
Tanner Ricketts.
Abigail Lavadour.
Andrew Sleesmeyer.
Tatiana Chess.
Joshua Clausen.
Callahan True Johnson.
Santiago Monleon.
Ash Taylor Phillips.
Ishan Sate.
Shauna May.
Nicholas Silver.
Tiana May.
Usach Sisach Nelson.
Kaylin Ann Steiner.
Angeline Jen Etter.
Ann Jenkins.
Mackenzie Nicole Herbert.
Jamie Collier.
Josiah Allen Herrera.
Meglacy Hirschfelder.
Nathaniel Rufino Honani.
Sammy Alexander.
Matthew Eric Trump.
Danica Tate.
Alexis Manzano.
Katie Flynn.
Rocio Osmond.
Sarah Snow.
Kaylee Perez.
Brian Craddock.
Mark Leon Orlov. Logan Mackenzie Gadberry.
Kelly Haynes.
Kyle James Larson.
Henry Swift.
Quinn Graham.
Elizabeth Grace Julam.
Luke Jory.
Ty Milletta.
Chloe McCletchley. McCletchley. No, so bad. I'm so sorry.
Dora Herman.
Jose Romales Vargas.
Victoria Pike.
Bryce Oakes.
Isaiah Kazeda.
Maggie Syringione.
Isaac Baker.
Hunter Blakely.
Frank Anthony Merchant Burke.
Brandon Ingram.
Kelly Ann Dowell.
Kylie Sims.
Luke Casey Monroe.
Alana Olenich.
Elijah Helfenbein.
Richie Bauman.
Bryce Wallace.
Carson John Tracy.
Isaiah Mendez.
Andrew Lawrence Johnson.
Dugan Barrera.
Hannah Duell.
Hawa Dem.
Bailey J. Clark.
Likatu Bertha Comto.
Alexa Smith.
Crispro Pexon. Tyler Knudsen. Chandler Eves. Dayton Sisson. Sean Anakin Collier. Isabel Lancaster. Joseph Song.
We made it. Reminder, graduates, you can pick up your diploma after the ceremony concludes in the Commons. They will be available until 9:30 p.m. After our senior class president concludes our ceremony, audience, the gates will be open so our audience can come onto the field to meet with their graduates. Please be safe and enter in an orderly fashion. And now, if our class of 2018 would please stand. At this time, I would like to introduce to you our senior class president, Usach Nelson, for the turning of the tassel.
Woo! Congratulations, you guys! We have made it. Please join me in turning the tassel from the right side of the hat to the left side. Signifying that we are graduates of Sprague High School. Thank you all for being here. Our 2018 commencement has concluded. Have a good night.